Does some similar things. This is just going to make you a little bit more unstable.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a terrible.
Yeah. And you may not need to be any more unstable. I'm kidding.
I know, we're friends, remember?
But the reality is you want something to actually make you a little bit more unstable. Okay? And that's
Right.
that's the benefit of this thing versus the other stuff. You can have your shirt back. So, thank you. But that's the benefit of having a disc like this. It'll make you a
Keep
little.
him awake.
I'm just trying to keep you awake. I see you shutting your eyes a little bit here and there, you know.
That makes theory
So
sense.
that's the benefit of having a disc like this versus the big exercise, the Swiss gym ball. Okay.
Would this help with a stroke?
Absolutely. Any time. So with a stroke, what happened to part of the brain?
It's not functioning.
It's not functioning the way it should. Part of the brain actually died, right? It lacked some blood supply, and it's not functioning the way it should. So, is this stuff going to get you back to where you were when you were 20 years old?
No.
Of course not. But can't we keep pushing the envelope to say, you know what? I don't want to deteriorate any more or any faster than the natural progression of my body wants it to. Okay? So that would be my goal, is to say, it's not super expensive. I mean, you know, these here can be, you know, you're spending 20, 30 bucks, okay? But this is nothing. You're paying anything for it. So I would stimulate your nervous system to actually, for brain growth and development. Go ahead. I want to get back to
the
that brain
yoga
growth and
pose
development,
thing, where you're saying the flamingo,
Yep.
not the yoga. So it's cheating when you end up putting your leg on the
Absolutely.
other side or
too.
balancing.
Yeah. So we would try not to do this. Look
Not
at how
to do
much
that.
easier this is.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
squat up and down and
Yeah,
right.
this is super easy, and we would
Right.
try not to do
Okay,
that,
gotcha.
okay? We really want to try, we want to throw you off balance. We want you to push your balance control exercise.
So when you
That's-
feel your ankle doing this, that's a good thing.
Yeah, you should. If you're cold turkey like this, you're ready for the next exercise.
Oh, I'm far from
So
ready.
you're ready for the next exercise when your body says, "Hey, I'm locked in." Okay. Now the next exercise would be some eye movements.
Oh,
The next exercise would be with hand movements, and it doesn't have to be in this order. That's why I didn't actually give a handout on it. I certainly will, but it really is just the idea of mix it up. Do what you want to do. Now don't make it super hard and get frustrated with closing your eyes right from the get-go, because that's just completely frustrating. You're going to fall over and want to kill me. Okay? But we want you to actually mix it up so that you're constantly stimulating those receptors to fire, fire, fire. The tightrope walker that went across Niagara Falls.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that guy? It's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. But what's the difference between that gentleman and us? Better. Well, you know, some screws loose, obviously, but some.
It's definitely
Campbell
unstable.
didn't like that.
It's wonderful balance.
But unbelievable balance is really what the guy has. Is unbelievable balance control. So every joint is firing the way it should for that particular person. I don't know him from that, but go ahead.
How about the Willenda brothers? I mean, that's like generations have done this high tightrope.
Yeah. But that's not a genetic thing. It's the fact that, you know, at 2 years old they said, "Hey, if you fall down, you die. So hold on." You know.
Wow.
You know, it's like the eagle and the eaglet. Well, how does the eaglet learn to fly?
From watching
The
my
side of the
dad.
cliff. What's mom do? Push. It's awful, right? Here you go. Wouldn't you love to be able to do that to our children? Here you go. Good luck.
I heard that the eagles put some kind of thorns under the padding, so as the eagle babies get bigger and they weigh down, it's not as comfortable anymore.
And they boot them out.
And so they
Sure.
they try to fly out.
Yeah, we could all do that. Like we impose, you know, on the 18-year-old, say you have to be in by 9 o'clock.
Right.
That's like a thorn, right? We say you have to be back with the car by 10. That's another thorn, right? And then they eventually leave because they say they can't live
That's
under
what
these
my
rules.
father did. I was
Right? You know, and then they come back because they can't afford the apartment that they thought they right? And then they have no heat when they're invited over, you know. So anyhow, so these are types of things we're going to encourage, okay?
Yeah.
To really stimulate all those receptors, and that is the essence of balance control. So very, very simple stuff. Very inexpensive stuff. One leg stance is where I would start it. I would really encourage you to use chairs on each side so no one's going to slip and fall. The 2 minutes of
Rock.
brushing your teeth is critical in the sense that we want to do a minute and then go to the other side for a minute. So if we do a minute of throwing the ball up on this side, we're going to do a minute on the other side. And they want you to brush for 2 minutes, so it's a great time to actually multitask, get the job done, and you're done with it, okay? do you think this could actually help with back pain?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the more you stimulate every
Flexible.
individual joint, it's going to dampen pain signals. Those types of receptors, they're called type 4 receptors, but it's beyond this presentation. So the other key with this is the fact that now if the joint is subluxated, it's not moving the way it should. Does it make sense? You should unsubluxate that joint to get it so it works properly. Then those pain receptors are not firing. Absolutely. That is the benefit of all this types of stuff. Okay.
Wow, yeah.
All right. So remember, as each day new day dawns, you have an opportunity to change your health just by the simple things we do every single day. So pretty simple stuff we talked about tonight, but that's the essence of balance control. What questions do you guys have?
I have one. I want to go
Yeah.
back to the ABC thing. What did you say? Do A's and just so you're looking in different spots?
Yeah,
Is that
all
what you
your-
meant?
Yeah,
You're not
or-
drawing ABCs.
No,
You're just
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
visually
No,
going
all I
higher
did
or
was
low.
I just saw an A, B, C,
Got you. So
D,
that your vision
A.
is going higher.
Yeah,
or lower.
we
Got
want you to actually, now you're actually putting two things into that. You're putting head movement, so we want you to move your head. A,
Not just your
B,
eyes. Got you.
C, D, right? So it's
Right.
eye movements plus head movements, and that is extremely difficult to put all that stuff together.
Got you.
But again, if you've got some chairs where you've moved through that grid to say, well, one leg stance is easy, doc, and then the one leg with some hand movements is easy, and then the one leg with eye movements is easy. But now we're going to put a whole bunch of them together, okay? So now, can you imagine the person that's now, juggling this type of stuff, and they're moving their head back and forth, and phenomenal ways to actually stimulate receptors. Do you think that just by walking you're going to fall? Probably not, if you're doing that type of stuff. And it doesn't take much investment. We're only asking for a couple minutes a day. So if you did a couple minutes there in the morning, a couple minutes at night, it's pretty simple stuff. Okay? Go ahead.
If you're in pain, is it worth it to work through the pain, to work while you're in
If
pain?
it's significantly in pain while you're doing it, I probably wouldn't.
How about like stiffness?
Stiffness I would go with.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How about that muscle that I?
As long as it's not significant pain. When I say significant pain, a 6 or a 7